Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome to my Let's Play of, hands down, one of the greatest games ever made. Welcome to Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing is pretty much Rareware's answer to the Mario Kart series. When I said that this was one of the greatest games ever made, I definitely wasn't kidding when I said that. I wouldn't say it's one of my all-time favorites by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a game that is very near and dear to my heart, and a game that is honestly just a lot of fun to play whenever coming back to it, so I was really looking forward to doing this Let's Play. Let's go ahead and get started, though. Right off the bat, you have to choose your characters. We have 8 characters to choose from initially, featuring our good pal, Diddy Kong.
I'm Diddy! Whoa!
Oh, Diddy Kong. Throughout this playthrough, I will be changing racers. The thing about Diddy Kong Racing is that it's not just a race through Grand Prix like Mario Kart is. It's actually one of the first racing game adventure games where you basically have an overworld, you drive around the overworld, you go to different tracks that you can race on. There's a lot of other challenges you have to do throughout the game as well. I believe that Crash Team Racing actually borrowed a lot of inspiration from this game. Maybe not officially, but you can tell there's a lot of similarities between the two. To start out, let's go ahead and use our main man, Diddy Kong here. He's Diddy Kong, this is Diddy Kong Racing. I think he'd be the best way to start. I did unfortunately delete all of my data before starting this playthrough, a decision that I probably shouldn't have made, but I will kind of go over all of the different things you can unlock and how you unlock them, so no worries about that. Let's get started. Gotta create a file first. You can only use 3 letters, so I think I'm just gonna use LSLM. I think that works. I think that'll work. Okay, let's get started.
I am the genie of the island. I'm here to help you. Good luck.
So a very incredibly brief synopsis of this game. We are currently on Timber Island. Timber is one of the characters of the game, the tiger character. And this island has been taken over by a fiend named Wizpig, and we can kind of see his likeness, his being in the background there, that giant statue. So what we have to do is we have to find all the pieces of the amulet to open the statue and find Wizpig and essentially chase him off from this world. One of the main things you're going to want to collect through this game are gold balloons, these little trinkets right here. They will allow you to enter specific areas and racetracks. So now that we have one balloon, we can enter the first world, which is Dino Domain. We're going to go over here and talk to our good friend Apu Nahasa Pima Petalon over here, though. His real name is Taj, but come on. He's definitely Apu. There are 3 different vehicles you can choose from this game. You have the car, you have the hovercraft, which is really good for water traveling, and the plane, which pretty self-explanatory. We're going to stick with the car for right now, though. Get used to the car because we're going to be seeing it a lot throughout the game. Controls are fairly simple. Use the A to accelerate, you can use the B to brake, you can use the R button to kind of do a little bit of a skid and sharp turn. You can also hold the brake button and the skid button to kind of do this. Got to be careful though, because sometimes you can spin out, but this can be helpful in some retrospects. But yeah, that's basically all I need to go over at the moment. There are more things we'll go into as we progress throughout the game. This is the first world, Dino Domain. We can only access one level at this time. These are the boss doors. We need to beat all 4 levels before we can access them. Over here we have the trophy races. We have to complete the entire world before we can actually do the trophy races. And there's also another locked door over here that we need a key for. In order to find the key, though, we need to actually look throughout the courses we're going to find the key. So, got to keep our eyes open in addition to actually trying to race. This guy right here, he's TT. You can ask him about your game status, or select his time trial mode. Basically, once you beat a course, you can start doing time trials and seeing if you can set the best times in all the courses. And if you have a N64 controller pack, you can also save your best time ghosts for you to watch them at a later date and time. Overall, not a very helpful character, but he does show your quest status. There's also another amulet we'll be collecting, but we'll get into that a bit later. For now, let's go ahead and get started. I think I've kind of rambled on enough for one video. Gotta go to the first track, Ancient Lake. Okay, so, you know, it's a racing game. You want to essentially just come in first place as much as possible. Like Mario Kart, they have bananas in this game, which the more bananas you collect, up until, I want to say 10, you can actually go faster. So the more bananas you have, the better off you'll be in this game. You can also collect power-ups and use them. Red balloons are missile items that you can use against your opponents to kind of knock them out of in front of you. The blue balloons are boost accelerators, so you can use them to get a boost of speed whenever you use them. But the cool thing about Diddy Kong Racing is that you can actually collect more of the same balloon and upgrade your power-ups. So, as you can see, I'm up to a level 2 speed booster, and if I collect a 3rd blue balloon, I can grab a level 3 booster, which is incredibly fast. And yeah, that's pretty much how the game works in a very basic fashion. Whenever you beat a race, Taj comes and he rewards you with a lovely, lovely gold balloon. So now we can access the next track, but before we do, I'm going to go back to Ancient Lake because there was something I noticed while I was racing on that track. I don't need to do the entire track over again. I'm just going to grab the item and then leave. But notice, there's actually a key over here. And I completely missed it. Oh my god. The controls after playing this game for... not for playing this game for a very long time, they can be kind of hard to get reacquainted with, but if you're good at Mario Kart and a lot of old school racing games, you'll be able to pick them up again just fine. But let's go ahead and return to the lobby. And now we can access what's behind the locked door. I'll show that off once I beat all the tracks first, though. We'll accept our reward in no time, don't worry about that. But we're going to move on to the next track over here, which is Fossil Canyon. Once again, it's another car track. Like I said before, the majority of the racetracks we'll be going through in this game are going to be car-based, so it'll be a while before we see any of the plane and hovercraft courses. So in this track we get introduced to green balloons, which are kind of like banana peel projectiles in Mario Kart. With level 1, you actually get an oil slick, which if a character lands on it, they'll just spin out very briefly. If you get 2 green balloons, you'll get a explosive mine. And if you get 3 green balloons, you get the dreaded bubble. The bubble is one of the most annoying items in the game to get hit by, because you'll get stuck in the bubble for a few seconds, and you just, in general, waste a lot of time. So you really, really got to look out for that. Also haven't really showed off the different levels of the red projectile, so I guess I'll try to get that. Just one red balloon is just a normal throwing missile. Not really that difficult. The second level is a homing missile, so kind of like the red shell in Mario Kart. And if you collect 3, it's kind of debatable whether or not level 2 or level 3 is better for you. But if you get 3 red balloons, you actually get a collection of 10 missiles. They're not homing missiles, they're just normal missiles. But that's essentially what you get for level 3. It's debatable whether or not it's helpful, because the homing missile is always going to be a guaranteed hit, so that's why generally you may want to stay at level 2 and just keep that just in case. Now, before I end this race, I'm going to shoot the sun! I always like doing that for some reason. And there we go, got the next gold balloon. Not going to watch that cutscene though. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Jungle Falls. Okay, let's do this. Once again, still in the car. Do we get any new balloons here? I believe we do, but we're not going to be able to make that much of a use out of it. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so we get the kind of yellow balloon. These things act as shields, and the more power-ups you get of these shields, the longer they'll last, and that's basically all it is. Their level 1 shield, like, quite literally is only a second, so you're not going to have that for very long. Level 2, it'll be there for a little longer, but you definitely want the level 3 shield if you plan on using it. We're just going to see how long it lasts. Okay, yeah, see, it lasted for pretty much half of this track, so you can really tell how effective it is. And during that time, you're obviously immune to any other obstacles, whether they be missiles or mines or anything like that. God, I am almost lapping all of my opponents in these races. But this is just the beginning of the game. In future courses, I do feel like the AI gets a little bit better, in addition to the courses getting harder. But notice, we only have 4 balloons, and the next door is actually a 5 balloon door, so we need to actually leave this area for the time being. because we're going to go gold balloon hunting. In the overworld, there are 4 gold balloons you can find. We already got the first one when we started the game. Kind of that customary one you have to get. But we're going to change to the plane, so we can actually grab another gold balloon that is over here. Thank you. The plane is really cool. I really like the way you can turn the plane. You can kind of make a really, really sharp turn. And you can also do some tricks, which aren't exactly that helpful in terms of actual racing, but they are kind of cool to pull off. You can do somersaults, you can do barrel rolls. It's like you're playing Star Fox all over again. But we're going to go back to Dino Domain once again and finish off this world, at least the first part of the world. Okay, let's go in Hot Top Volcano. This is actually the first plane stage of the game. Also, this place is just in general really, really cool. This is probably one of my favorite tracks in this game. Just the atmosphere is really cool, and it's just the fact that you're racing in a volcano, for crying out loud. Also, little tip, whenever you hit a speed booster, or in the plane's case, these circle speed boosters, let go of the acceleration as soon as you touch them, because for some reason you get a bigger boost of speed whenever you do that. And it also kind of applies to the blue balloon boost as well. If you kind of stop before you actually use them, you'll get that burst of speed again. I want to see if I can do... Yep, there we go. I want to say that green is the best boost you can get. There is a purple boost, but... I don't know, for the look of it, it looks like green seems to be doing a lot more than what a purple normally does. Okay. You do have to be kind of careful, though, when you're in the plane, especially when taking sharp turns, because if you hit a wall, it's going to be a lot harder for you to recover. But as you can see, I'm not exactly having any problems, and in fact, I might end up lapping the computer players in this track, believe it or not. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to lap them this time. Maybe. Oh yeah, we did! Oh god, that was good. And there we go, we've beaten all 4 tracks, and because of that, we can now enter the boss room. I think I will go ahead and do the boss room, now that I'm here. Yeah, it looks like we're racing a giant Triceratops. Okay, you gotta be really careful with the boss characters, because not only are their tracks kind of difficult, but they will actually, if you run into them, they will actually kind of impede your progress. In this case, he flattened me. So, we have to essentially use items and good racing techniques to stay ahead of these guys. Also, watch out for obstacles like falling rocks. Gotta hate those falling rocks, you know? But I can use missiles to stop them. Homing missiles are definitely a godsend in these fights, or these races, rather. Oh, dang it, he ran into me again. Ah. There is actually a shortcut in this level I am going to take. There it is. Be careful, though, because the shortcut isn't as long as you think it would be. So, there are times where you can come out of the shortcut and then the dinosaur will be right there and he'll flatten you in response. So, be careful. Be very careful. And there we go, we beat him. But that's not the end of this world just yet.
Well done, kid. Now try my new challenge. Collect must find 8 from each level and win, and then come back to see me.
I got something special for you.
Try pressing the brake when skidding. Isn't that technique I already showed? Yes, it is. Okay. But yes, as you can see, the races have numbers on the doors again, so we are not actually done with Dino Domain. We have to go through all of the races again and take on the Silver Coin Challenge. But I'm not actually going to be doing that in this episode. I think this is a pretty good introductory video. Next time, I'm going to try to finish up the rest of Dino Domain. I'll also be sure to show off what's going on over here in this land. And we'll see what happens then. So this has been SlimKirby. See you guys next time. Later, folks.
I'm